Late at night, a police cruiser's lights flash in the rearview mirror. Your heart races, hands tighten on the steering wheel, and suddenly, every law you thought you knew seems to vanish. Traffic stops are one of the most common encounters between citizens and law enforcement in the United States, but few people truly understand their rights. What if I told you there are secrets about traffic stops that lawyers rarely disclose, and knowing them could protect you from unnecessary fines, citations, or legal trouble? But here's the question. Are these traffic stop secrets legal knowledge every driver can use, or are they tips that push the boundaries of the law? Let me know your answer in the comments below. According to official reports from the Bureau of Justice Statistics, tens of millions of traffic stops occur every year in the United States. Most stops begin for minor violations like speeding, broken taillights, or failure to signal. While drivers often assume that compliance is their only option, legal experts reveal that there are numerous rights and strategies available to protect citizens during these encounters. One key point frequently misunderstood is the Fourth Amendment, which protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. Courts have repeatedly emphasized that even a brief traffic stop qualifies as a seizure under the Constitution, meaning officers must have legal justification for the stop. According to the Supreme Court ruling in Warren v. United States, 1996, any traffic violation can justify a stop, but officers may not extend the stop beyond its lawful purpose without reasonable suspicion or probable cause. Secret number 1. You can politely decline to answer certain questions. Many drivers and passengers do not realize that they are legally allowed to decline to answer questions unrelated to the stop itself. Officers may ask questions like, "Where are you coming from?" or "Where are you going?" These are considered voluntary inquiries, and you are not legally obligated to respond. The key is to remain calm and polite while asserting your right. A simple phrase recommended by attorneys is, "Officer, I would like to remain silent unless required by law to answer." This protects your rights without escalating the situation. Secret number 2. Passengers have different rights than drivers. While drivers are required to provide a license, registration, and proof of insurance, passengers are generally not under the same legal obligation. According to the Supreme Court case, Brendlin v. California, 2007, passengers are considered seized during a traffic stop and are protected under the Fourth Amendment. However, this does not automatically require them to show ID unless there is a specific law or reasonable suspicion. Knowing this distinction can prevent passengers from inadvertently giving information they are not legally required to provide. Secret number 3. You can ask for clarification on the reason for the stop. Many individuals are unaware that they have the right to politely ask why they were pulled over. Attorneys recommend asking, "Officer, may I ask why I was stopped?" This request does not challenge the officer's authority but clarifies the legal basis for the detention. Officers are trained to respond, and in doing so, you can better understand your rights, determine whether the stop is lawful, and record the information for potential legal follow-up if necessary. Traffic stops are dynamic situations. An officer's observation of minor violations, vehicle equipment issues, or even behavior perceived as suspicious can trigger legal scrutiny. But understanding these secrets allows drivers and passengers to navigate the encounter with confidence while remaining within the law. Secret number 4. You have the right to keep your hands visible. One of the most important safety and legal tips during a traffic stop is keeping your hands where the officer can see them. While this may seem obvious, many drivers instinctively reach for their wallet or registration in a way that could appear sudden or threatening. Legal experts emphasize that calmly stating your intentions before reaching for documents reduces misunderstanding. For example, say, "Officer, I'm going to reach for my registration in my glove compartment." This simple communication keeps both parties safe and protects you legally from claims of non-compliance or suspicious behavior. Secret number 5. You can record the stop. Recording traffic stops with your phone or dash cam is legal in most states, as long as you do not interfere with the officer's duties. Courts have increasingly recognized the right to document encounters with law enforcement. According to the First and Fourth Amendments, recording officers in public places is a protected form of free expression and oversight. Legal commentators advise informing the officer, "Officer, I'm recording for my safety and documentation purposes," which maintains transparency while respecting the officer's authority. Secret number 6. You can refuse consent to search. Many traffic stops escalate when officers request permission to search your vehicle. Even if they ask politely, you have the right to refuse unless they have a warrant or probable cause. Attorneys recommend a firm but respectful response. Officer, I do not consent to any searches. Courts have upheld that voluntary consent is necessary. Refusing does not automatically create probable cause. Knowing this secret can prevent unnecessary legal complications and protect your constitutional rights. Secret number 7. Your silence cannot be used against you. Some individuals fear that staying silent will make officers suspicious. However, the Fifth Amendment protects individuals from self-incrimination. Attorneys frequently advise drivers and passengers that politely remaining silent while asserting this right cannot legally be held against them. You can say, "Officer, I choose to remain silent." This helps you avoid accidentally providing statements that could be misinterpreted or used in court. Traffic stops are not just about compliance, they are also about awareness. These 4 secrets demonstrate that knowing your rights does not mean confrontation. Rather, it is about protecting yourself while maintaining respect for law enforcement. Understanding the law, proper communication, and calm behavior can significantly reduce stress and prevent legal misunderstandings. Secret number 8. You can ask if you are free to leave. During a traffic stop, it is sometimes unclear whether you are being detained or can leave. Attorneys emphasize that asking politely, "Officer, am I free to leave?" "Free to," clarifies the situation without being confrontational. Courts have ruled that officers must have reasonable suspicion to detain you beyond the scope of the initial stop. If you are legally free to leave, asserting this right helps prevent unnecessary escalation and protects your Fourth Amendment protections against unlawful seizure. Secret number 9. You can request a supervisor. If you feel uncomfortable or believe your rights are being violated during a traffic stop, you can request a supervisor. This action is legally permitted and often diffuses tension. Supervisors are trained to review the conduct of officers and ensure the stop adheres to department policy and constitutional requirements. A simple, respectful request like, "Officer, may I speak with your supervisor?" can provide accountability while maintaining professionalism during the encounter. Secret number 10. Documentation is key. Finally, keeping accurate documentation of the stop can be invaluable if a dispute arises later. Attorneys recommend recording details such as the officer's name, badge number, time, location, and any statements made. Dashcam footage or phone recordings, when legal in your state, can support your claims if citations or complaints are issued. Courts have repeatedly recognized that thorough documentation can protect citizens and clarify facts during legal review. Traffic stops may feel intimidating, but understanding these 10 secrets equips drivers and passengers with the tools to protect themselves legally, communicate effectively, and avoid unnecessary conflict. These strategies do not encourage defiance. Rather, they ensure that interactions are lawful, respectful, and informed. Now that you've learned these secrets, consider this final question. If you were pulled over tomorrow, would you confidently use these strategies, or would you rely on what you've always assumed about traffic stops? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your perspective. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only. Laws vary by state, and individual situations differ. Always consult a licensed attorney for guidance specific to your circumstances. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more legal breakdowns on traffic law, police encounters, and your rights as a driver and passenger. Stay informed, stay safe, and know your rights.